Welcome to all of you students. In today's bridge course classes, we discuss an important topics in earlier classes which you had already studied, which is helpful to your upcoming next 2 years of academic education. The first is what is sound and how the sound propagates. A human ear is an organ which is used for hearing. Hearing is one of the primary sensation which is produced due to vibrations of the source. The vibrations produced by source reaches our ear through air. These vibrations then converted into signals to our brain, and we get a sensation of hearing. Every day we hear sounds from various sources like human, bird, bell, machine, vehicles, television, radio, etc. Sound is a form of energy which produces a sensation of hearing in our ears, and it is carried in the form of waves. Wave is a form of disturbance which is carried out from one point of medium to another point due to vibration or oscillatory motion of the medium. So, sound wave is an example of longitudinal wave. Related to wave concept, which is one of the important chapter in PU classes, you are studied in PU first year classes. Necessary condition to produce sound is nothing but a vibration of a particle. So what is the meaning of vibration? Vibration is nothing but to and fro motion of a particle about its mean position. You can see the various pictures in your screen which is giving an example of sound. When we hit the drum, membrane of drum vibrates, producing sound. The second example for the sound is when we play a guitar, the string on it makes to and fro motion and produces sound. The third example for the sound is the sound which is produced by vibrating prong of a tuning fork. Propagation of sound. Sound is produced by vibrating objects. The matter or substance through which sound is transmitted is called a medium. That medium can be solid, liquid, or gas. Solid moves through a medium from the point of generation to the listener. When an object vibrates, it sets the particles of the medium around it vibrating. The particles do not travel all the way from the vibrating object to the ear. Air is the most common medium through which sound travels. When a vibrating object moves forward, it pushes and compresses the air in front of it, forming a region of high pressure called compression. As you can see in the figure, where the air molecules comes closer to each other, that portion is called as compression. The compression moves away from the vibrating object. When the vibrating object moves backward, it forms a region of low pressure called rarefaction. As you can see in the figure, where the air molecules are moving away from each other, that portion is called as rarefaction. As the object moves to and fro rapidly, it produces a series of compression and rarefaction in the air medium, which makes the sound to propagate in the medium. Our ears pick up the pressure variations and transmit them to the brain, which later interpret the signals as speech. As sound wave is a longitudinal mechanical wave, so it needs a medium for its propagation and can propagate through all medium, that is solid, liquid and gases. But the speed of solid in liquids and solid is generally higher than in gas. The value of speed of sound and other important concept of sound is studied later in your PU classes. The another important concept which is used in your PU classes is dispersion of white light in a glass prism. Before that, we have to study what is prism. Prism is an optical medium bounded by three rectangular faces and two triangular faces which are parallel to each other. Of the three rectangular faces, two are well polished and are called refracting faces. The third face, which is ground, is called as base of the prism. So as you can see the various pictures of the prism in your screen. You must have seen and appreciated the spectacular colors in a rainbow. How could the white light of the sun give us various colors of the rainbow? How many colors are there present in a light? And how it is possible to split white light into different colors? The prism has probably split the incident white light into a band of colors. Note the colors that appear at the two ends of the color band. What is the sequence of the colors that you see are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red as shown in the figure. The acronym VIBGYOR will help you to remember the sequence of color. The band of the colored components of a light beam is called a spectrum. When monochromatic light passes through prism, it undergoes deviation. The deviation depends on the refractive index of the material of the prism. Rays of different wavelength travel through the prism with different velocities. Refractive index of the material of the prism is different for different wavelength. Hence, when a ray of white light passes through a prism, different wavelengths are deviated to different extent. These angle of deviation can be calculated in upcoming second year PU course of science stream. So what is dispersion in prism? The splitting of white light into its 7 colors on passing through a transparent medium like a prism is called a dispersion of light. In this case, violet is the color which bends most and red is the color which bends least. Why the violet bends more and why the red colors bend least is discussed in future classes. The human eye. It is also very helpful for the medical students to gain some previous knowledge of the human eye, which is helpful for their courses. It is one of the most valuable and sensitive sense organ. It enables us to see the wonderful world and the colors around us. Thus, of all the sense organ, the human eye is the most significant one as it enables us to see the beautiful, colorful world around us. The human eye is like a camera. It lens system forming an image on a light sensitive screen called the retina. The lens which is present in our eye is the convex lens, as you can see in the figure. Defects of vision and their correction. Sometimes the eye may gradually lose its power of accommodation. In such condition, the person cannot see the object distinctly and comfortably. There are mainly 3 common defects of vision. These are myopia, that is also called as nearsightedness. The second defect which is present in an eye is hypermetropia or farsightedness. The third defect is presbyopia. So these defects can be corrected by the use of suitable spherical lenses. We discuss all these defects and their correction in optics, which is also one of the important branch of physics. To correction these defects, we need a lens, and there are mainly 2 types of lens. Which lens is used for which defect, and we also calculate the power of a lens in your future classes. So thank you for watching today's video. In the next video, we come up with some new topic which is helpful for your future classes.